Going door to door in search of the unseen hardships that many Sri Lankans face, the Newsfirst Gammedda Door-to-Door Campaign took place for the 7th consecutive day today.
The initiative aimed at reaching out to the most vulnerable and the deprived is taking place with the assistance of the University of Peradeniya.
Gammedda Door-to-Door, a national public service initiative. The Newsfirst Gammedda Door-to-Door campaign commenced this morning from the Sri Dharmavardhana Rama temple in Gammedda. A street play by the locals on the program won the hearts of many. One sub-team then set off towards the villages of Gammedda, Handegama Visavela, Tibirivava and Kolbandavava and catechized into the issues faced in the areas. The primary concern of the locals from Visavela in Gammedda was the road leading to the village.
There are over 100 homes in the Visavela village. Among the many issues they have, survival has always been one of them. But a more concerning issue which these locals are asking solution for is the road which their children go to school has become something equal to a swamp. So the people here are of the view that their lives would be made much easier if this road is constructed.
The moment rain falls, the entire road becomes a huge mud puddle. There are no drains on either side of the road. We carry our children when they are being dropped off at their school vehicles. The much older children remove their shoes and put them back on when they reach the main road.
The other team set off towards the rural villages of Vihara Halmil-Lava, Halmil-Lavatia and Yakabava. These villages were under constant threat during the conflict, and even after the end of the war, they continue to live under much hardship. Even though they attempt to move ahead by casting aside the decades of bitter memories, there are several obstacles that hinder this.
He is the bus conductor of the only bus for the Yakabava village which travels on a road full of potholes. He is special.
It was around 6:45 that morning when the bus left from here. A group of people were getting ready to go to a funeral. So all these passengers got into the bus, and at around 7:20 when the bus was passing an area called Kongolla, 2 claymores were hit at the bus. 70 were killed and 69 were injured in that attack. When elections come around, every official comes here and promises to make the road and several other concessions. But once elections are over, they are not to be seen.
The Newsfirst team based in the northern province reached Kilinochi today. The Newsfirst team commenced its journey from Union Kulam today and had to travel on impassable roads in order to reach the most rural villages. Despite the journey on the roads less travelled, Newsfirst was welcomed warmly by the villagers. The villagers here strive to rise on their own and presented the countless number of unsolved issues to the Newsfirst. Among them was this couple living amidst the most difficult situations in the Uttukulam Palluvar Palne village in Kilinochi. The couple had shown great strength to overcome the dark memories and move on with life. The other teams visited the Akkarayan village in Kilinochi. The road adjacent to the village hospital had been renovated. However, this is the state of the road the villagers use to reach the hospital. To reach this hospital, one must walk for almost 3 kilometers. This family, battered by the war for years, came across Newsfirst in Vannalia and showed courage to build a better tomorrow. This footage shows the grave dangers that the little children have to face while living in this temporary house.
Day 7 of the Gammedda Door-to-Door campaign ended quite successfully here at Kilinochi, with our teams being able to reach out to many rural villagers at Kilinochi. And the locals in these rural villages addressed a number of issues and hardships they face on a day-to-day basis, which included the lack of a developed road, the absence of a hospital or an education institute, as well as the low demand for the paddy they harvest.
The door-to-door campaign in the Saburagama province commenced from Kahawatha today. The Newsfirst team today visited the people living in Endana, Uduupe, Nabalakanda, Yayinna and Madlagama villages. Located in close proximity to the town, the villagers experienced severe discomfort due to the lack of public transportation and less access to drinking water.
This is a mountainous region which we had to travel for about 7 to 8 kilometers from Kahawatha to get here. Only once we got here that we realized the people from the village called Janapada had to get their water from a gutter. During the drought, they do not have even this.
The other team, which based itself in the Ratnapura district, visited the villages of the upper area in Watapatha, Manana, Nivitigala and Jatagare. The primary concern of the people living in the line houses in the upper area Watapatha was related to housing, water supply and sanitation. The village of Manana is located in one of the most rural places in the country, and when news first reached the village, it was evident that many of the settlers were unemployed.
This is Rasika, a talented musician and singer we found here in the Navalakanda area in Kahawatha as part of our travels of the Newsfirst Gammedda Door-to-Door campaign. However much talented young Rasika may be, he is unemployed and he has to resort to driving a three-wheeler in his village to earn a daily income.
Sri Lanka's largest people-oriented campaign carried out by Newsfirst is supported by the University of Peradeniya and will travel to the most rural areas of the country until the 18th of March, catechizing the issues that need to be addressed. Gammedda Door-to-Door, a national public service initiative. Gammedda Door-to-Door, a national public service initiative.